amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people we shine, giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
The privilege of sampling the Golden Jubilee edition of the limited edition spice rum from the Grenada Distillers, and I must say it's something that you should try. It is authentically Grenadian, but from the flavors to the aromas to the overall taste, the blend is great. It's light, it's golden like the Golden Jubilee, and I think you can make any collector's shelves anywhere in the world. Hats off to the Grenada Distillers.
All right. Welcome one and all. Welcome to Ride Along Live for today. Hope you guys are hearing me and hearing me fine. It just seemed like everything was going a ruckus today. Nevertheless, we're gonna make it happen. You know, things happen sometime that kind of throw you off your game, but you have to know how to get it back rolling again. So Studio A. Let me make sure that everyone can hear me. Good afternoon, good night, good evening to everyone. If you guys can hear me fine, just give me a thumbs up. Give me a quick thumbs up if you're hearing me fine, if you're seeing and hearing me fine. I got an interesting program lined up for you today. Hey, Natasha, how you doing? Welcome to the ride. Yeah, welcome to the ride. You hearing? Everybody hearing fine? Just give me a quick thumbs up if you hear me fine. Everything is sounding good. All right, Wendy, thank you so much. All right. First of all, let me apologize for the late start tonight. It was due to a technical audio problem that we seem to be having in our Studio A. Studio B. We couldn't get any audio in because this weekend we had to take down the whole studio because we had a recording session happening there. So we, in the process of putting everything back together, I guess, I don't know, something happened. We just wasn't getting no audio. That's why we have to do it from here. But so tonight, I'm going to do it from this setting. Okay? Nevertheless, we got an interesting guest that I want to bring on. I guess this is the right mood because she's the person that would tell us all about relationship. In fact, she is deemed one of the happiest women alive. Yeah, she's deemed one of the happiest women alive. The last time she was here, we found out that she has 2 husbands and many boyfriends. I thought it was 2, but no, she corrected me. Let's take a quick preview, a snippet from the last time she was here. So we promoted you on the program today. We had a lot of flyers out, and the headline of sort was saying, Kenya K. Stevens, a woman with 2 husbands and 1 boyfriend.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that that is correct. That is a correct headline, correct?
That's incorrect. I have 2 husbands and more than 1 boyfriend. I have many partners.
Oh, so it's incorrect. You have more than one boyfriend.
I have 2 husbands, yes, who live in my house. That's been for a very long time, almost 2 years. Both have lived here. But I also have many partners outside the home as well.
Why?
Oh, because I love humans, because I'm a natural woman. I love attention. I love affection. I love touch. I love to connect. I love to do the things that I like to do, and I don't like to force men to do them. So if one man doesn't want to do something, I want to go skiing. My husband doesn't like to go skiing. I have someone to go skiing with. My husband doesn't want to play chess. I have someone to play chess with. All of these relationships don't necessarily have to be sexual, but most are sensual, and many are sexual. But yes, I do it because I'm a natural human, and this is how a natural human might behave if it weren't for societal rules and norms that have taught us otherwise.
Right. What is the correct terminology for a female? Because I know about monogamy, I know about polygamy, right? What is the correct terminology for a woman having more than 1 husbands and multiple partners?
A woman who has more than 1 husband, where the husbands are not allowed to go with other women, that's called polyandry. I'm not polyandrous, I'm polyamorous. So my husbands have other partners, I have other partners, my boyfriends have other partners, nobody owns the other.
Right. All right. So Kenya is back with us today. Ah, boy. Kenya.
Hello. It's
Kenya.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? That's the question. How are you?
I feel fabulous. That's what I told you. I said I'm in Houston now. I have moved since our last show, and I just feel ecstatic to talk to you again because your audience is so alert and aware and ready for this topic.
Yes. Let me tell you, Kenya, the last time you were here, we made headlines all over the world, by the way.
Yes, I know. Great.
People were shocked. They never heard about anything like that before.
Really?
Yeah, they only
heard of cheating. They only heard of cheating and hiding and lying and sneaking and not telling your partner the truth.
Well, they heard about that too.
Okay.
But here's one of the big questions, Kenya. Here's one of the big questions that keep emerging after our program. Everyone wants to know, why is it that you could have 2 husbands that you could call your husbands, and some women can't even get 1 man? What is so special about Kenya that you could have all of this in abundance?
Right.
What is it?
Well, it's nothing special. I just decide that I am intelligent enough, creative enough, and powerful enough to create my own rules. I don't have to listen to Western rules. It's like being a colonialist. If I was born in a colonial state where Britain had taken over my land and they took over my ways, and then they told me, I'm going to be a Christian. You're going to do what I say. I don't have to do what they say. I'm a rebel. You understand? I do what I want to do. And I don't see any reason to follow somebody else's idea of what a relationship should be. So I just gave up that and I did my own way. That's all I did. Anyone can do that.
Yeah. But not anyone could be successful in it. Like this is one of the questions that keep coming back.
Okay. What is it?
Why? Why is it that you could maintain or have all this abundance and live with it for so many years when there are men and women that sitting there? I'm like, yo, I can't even keep one woman. I can't even keep one man. And your husbands are staying in your house. You guys live together.
Yes.
And life is good.
It's beautiful. Well, one thing that we've done is we've created lots and lots of tools. My husband and I have written so many books, and we talk about skills and strategies that help relationships to thrive. I coach couples who are married 10 years or more to help them with skills to make their relationships work. I don't think that you can just be cute or just have sex or just be a wife and think that everything is going to work. You have to have special skills. You have to have tools. And that's what Progressive Love Academy has taught for 17 years. You know,
right. I'm reading the chat there, and I see someone say, "Hey, Junior, love this type of programs. Love this kind of conversation. I like novel stuff. I like things that I don't know about, and I'm not quick to judge. I don't like to judge people on their behavior. I think everyone have a story to tell, and I don't judge you for how you live your life, or anybody choose to live their life. That is on you."
Yes.
But one thing I wanna touch on before we get real into the deep of Progressive Love Academy and everything else that you guys do there. Earlier, when you were speaking, you mentioned about your boyfriends, right? Yeah. And I want you to lay it out for me how it works. So you have boyfriends that you date, that you hang out with, that you have sex with, and all of these things, but they don't come home to your home and sleep in your bed with your husbands. So
No.
What is the difference between having a boyfriend and having a husband? What could a boyfriend do that a husband can't?
Okay. Well, polyamory means many loves. So I have many loves. I love my husband of 26 years. I love my husband of 10 years. And I also love my new boyfriends because they give me a lot of attention. Women and men need attention. And that's one thing that I'm famous for, is just giving us permission to say, I need more attention. You understand? Because that's going to feed my creativity. That's going to feed my beauty. That's going to feed my health, right? So sometimes my husbands are not giving me a lot of attention because I've been with them for so long. Romance fades after about 2 years, 5 years, 7 years. Romance fades. So I always keep new boyfriends who are going to give me new attention. They call it new relationship energy. And that's what I need. So no, those boyfriends don't come home and sleep in the bed with me and my husband, because my husbands are very straight. They are not homosexual. They are heterosexual. They are super heterosexual. So my new boyfriends, I really cultivate the relationship by going out, going to dinner with them, talking to them, and going to their house. Or if my husbands are not home, I'll bring my boyfriend home. But no, I don't make them all come together because I respect men. I'm not going to bring a man into an uncomfortable situation. I'm going to treat all of my men like kings. So I'm not going to force them to do things that are uncomfortable or unnatural. And so that's part of how I am a woman, how I am in my feminine. I treat men like kings.
Yeah, but what about the idea? Because I know this is a novel idea. What about the idea of having this one guy and he's learning you everything that you want and provide the things that you want instead of seeking love for every segment of things that you need? Like if you want to play chess, like you said the last time, you want to play chess, your husband don't want to play chess, you find another man to play chess. Right? So how about teaching him to play chess so that you build that one person that could fulfill your need?
Because if my husband doesn't want to play chess, I don't want to force him. So that's the reason that there are 40% of relationships today that are completely sexless. 66% of relationships today are dealing with adulterous affairs. You know, the reason is because we're trying to squeeze everything that we need from one person, and we almost going to kill that person. If I made my husband do everything I want, or teach him to do everything I want, sexually or physically or romantically or socially, then I'm going to make him stressed out. I'm not going to stress out one man to do something that another man can easily do because he wants to do it. That's like the women today. Oh, that man going to pay for me. He going to pay my bill. He going to pay my restaurant. Guess what? What if he doesn't have the money? Why can't you find a man who had the money, who loves spending money on women, and go with him? And you have somebody else, because that man who don't have no money, he still have a talent. He still has something to offer. And so you want both of those things. Why just settle for one?
But why get married then? Why get married then? Just date for the rest of your life.
Well, you could if you don't want. I got married because I wanted to have children. I have 3 children. I wanted to commit for a lifetime. I wanted to have a life partnership. And I love my husbands. So, you know, I get married to them. But some of my men I will never marry. They just boyfriends. So it's a difference.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this question again, guys. Keep the chat coming. Keep the chat coming. What is love? Explain love to me, because you say you love your husband.
Yes.
If you love, explain love. Tell me, what is love?
Love, in my view, is that force which draws you close to that which will grow you. Okay, so my husband that I'm with today, he is growing me. He is always challenging me to be better, to be more. That is love. I don't have a romantic notion of love. Love to me does not mean happiness. Love to me does not even mean I like you. Love means I am with you because you are constantly challenging my growth. That is love to me.
So the boyfriends could never be that. The boyfriends, they are in the boyfriend league. Like you know, you meet someone and say you are in the friend category, and you forever would stay in that friend category. You could never be a boyfriend. So what is the criteria to be a boyfriend?
The criteria to be a boyfriend is that that person sees me as somebody who's going to grow them. You understand? A boyfriend will stay a boyfriend if he's like, nah, I don't want to grow. You know, you're not going to tell me anything about myself. No, we're not going to get that deep. It's more fun. It's more surface. My husband, I can tell him something about himself, and he said, oh my God, you're so right. I want to grow. Or he can give me a criticism, and I can say, oh, yes, I want to grow. I see that. I got to work on that. So there's a depth. There's a depth to my marriages that my boyfriends is more just fun. You understand?
Some people say that you're very greedy.
Oh,
Yes. you just want all of it, like everyone.
all the things. Yes, and that's not called greedy. That's called being a goddess on the earth and knowing your value and knowing that you deserve to have exactly what you desire and that you can create and have, do, and become anything you want. So I you can call me any word you want to call me, baby, because I know that I deserve to have the best. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be well loved, well nourished, well fed.
And we will talk about the well sex part later.
Well sexed. Oh, I deserve to be well sexed. Women who are not well sexed are very angry. This is why some women are called a bitch. You understand? A bitch. Because they are not receiving the love, the sex, the nurturing, the attention that they need. And then they want to blame the man. Instead of saying, like me, be a revolutionary and say, I'm going to get what I need to be beautiful, to be powerful, to be feeling good all the time. I have to create what I want, not go on somebody else's idea of what I should have. And so you can call that greedy if you want. Let's do it. That's okay.
Guys, we're talking to Progressive Love Academy, and she's going to teach us some new things as well. Now, as I said, guys, I want everyone to keep an open mind. Kenya is living this life. I've been living this life for a while. And you kind of ask yourself the question, why is she so happy in this relationship where she don't have to worry about cheating and problems and all this stuff, and a lot of other monogamous relationship is not working? Is it possible that this could be the real deal? Is it possible that this could be what I need? I mean, I can never ask the person I'm with right now about this. This is a big no-no. So how you get there is another thing.
Why is it a big no-no?
What you mean?
Why can't you ask the person you're with right now just to be authentic, not to say that you're going to do it, but just have a conversation about maybe this might be good for us? Why can't you do that?
No, because you see, the thing about it is, and someone asked a question earlier, and I'm going to ask it: the jealous factor. This is, how do you get over that part? How do you watch another person physically, sexually, emotionally involved with somebody else that you love? That is tough. You got to admit that is tough. That's no easy treat right there.
No, it's not. And that's why I started Progressive Love Academy 17 years ago, is because you don't just go into polyamory and think it's going to be easy. This is a spiritual evolution to which you have to have the tools to match. You have to have tools that help you rise above the ego. What you're talking about is the ego. The ego is feeling like there's you and there's me. There's us and there's them. It separates me from everybody else. So that's the first thing that you have to master. The ego also wants to be right. The ego wants to be the only one who is right. The ego wants to be feeling like it has all of it. You know, it's special. It wants to have a special treatment from you, special treatment from my husband. So I had to create tools that help us to sit the ego down and to put the higher self on the throne. The ego is great. You need it. It talks, it walks. It's how you look, how you dress, your personality. But you have to know how to tame the ego and put the ego in check, because ego will ruin your monogamous relationship if you don't know how to put it in check. So that's the type of tools that we teach here at Progressive Love Academy. Okay, without it, you could not do polyamory. You're right. Frank
says, sorry, this is not the real deal. This is crazy, obnoxious. It's weird.
I understand. To most people, this is weird because we've grown up in a culture, Western culture, where it's more normal to marry and divorce. Marry and divorce. Separate your kids. Put them over there. Send your kids across town. Never see your kids again. Go to jail for not doing child support. Fight with your ex-husband, your ex-wife. Just spend your life fighting. This is more normal, right, than me, who will never divorce my husband. I don't believe in divorce. Who will never not be with either of my husbands. Who will not treat men like dogs. Who do not believe that men are bad. I believe men are good. They are so powerful and soothing to me. And they are so upstanding and honorable. So that is not normal. What's normal is the fight. I just have come out of that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Selector Vibes want to say if you use a sugar mommy translated to you, if you the provider, you are providing all of these nice things financially and otherwise to these men. That's why they can't leave you.
You were breaking up a little bit, but in terms of being a sugar mama, I love the role of sugar mama, but I'm not that with my husbands. But I would love to have a nice young boyfriend. I love younger men. I love older men. See, when you are polyamorous, you don't have to have a type. You can be with all the various different type of men that you enjoy. I don't have a type, but I love it when I meet a younger man who needs some support, who needs to know how to make it in this material world. I'm very wealthy. I've run my own company for 20 years. So I love to teach that science to younger people. Okay, so yes, I would love to be a sugar mama, but no, my husband's older than me. And both of my husbands make more money than me.
Oh, okay. So that's not the case. So let me explain this again, guys. Kenya is married. She has 2 husbands and multiple boyfriends. And her husband also have multiple girlfriends.
Yes.
It's a community,
Yes.
right? I guess the next question might be, what about sexually transmitted disease? What about pregnancy? What about that? What about your husband going and get somebody pregnant out there?
Okay.
How do you address
I was gonna
that?
say, for me, I'm 50 years old, so I'm not dealing with pregnancy problems. But in terms of my husband, if he is dating women who are of an age where they can become pregnant, they can, if they want to have a baby, they can have a baby. My husband's 55 years old. I don't think he wants no more babies. And my other husband is 40, but he doesn't want any more children. But if they were to choose that, that would be wonderful. I love children. I am a very successful mother. I have 1 bonus child, but 3 children, and they are all successful and beautiful and brilliant.
Did
So
you
I
say?
would
Did you say? Did you say that is beautiful? If you were to go out there and have a child with somebody else, that would be
Yes.
beautiful.
Children are beautiful. Community is beautiful. Our culture is beautiful.
Yeah.
Humans are beautiful. What would be wrong with him having another child? How would that negatively impact me?
That's your husband.
Well, I'm asking you, how would that negatively impact me?
That is your consciousness knowing that your husband that you married to of so many years is having sex with somebody else.
Well, they have sex with somebody else all the time. They're welcome to have sex with other people. That has nothing to do with my value, my worth. I am happy when they do that because that keeps their testosterone up. Most men, when they hit 40, they start to go erectile dysfunction because their testosterone is just getting lower, especially if they're in a monogamous relationship. My husbands keep their testosterone flowing and they're powerful by being with their women. Why would I want them to disintegrate and to not have any chi, not have any testosterone? I don't want that.
How do you address the question of sexually transmitted disease?
Well, we do in Progressive Love Academy. We have several classes on STD immunity, how to deal with not worrying about that at all. I've never had an STD, and I've been with lots of men because I understand my body and I understand how to protect myself against those things. We teach those classes at Progressive Love Academy.
But do you think that is more prevalent to catch an STD in this type of relationship than in a monogamous relationship?
No, studies show that it's more prevalent to catch it in a monogamous relationship because you are sneaking, cheating, hiding, and lying, and therefore you're being messy. You're not having the discussion. Do you have an STD? What are we going to do for protection? You're just trying to hurry up and get some outside sex. You're not thinking. You're not in a rational state. Here, we're in a rational state. I have no need to run out and go have sex real fast without having the prevalent conversation and deciding on a safe sex protocol. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So the men that I'm going to be with are going to talk to my husbands first. We're going to have the conversations. We're going to understand our sexual history and know what we're going to do for our safe sex protocol.
So there's a whole, this is a whole protocol. This is a whole business setup, how it works.
Yes.
Whole setup.
Whole setup.
Let me just tell you guys again. We're talking to Kenya K. Stevens, Progressive Love Academy. I know some of you guys might say this is weird, this is crazy. This is her life. This is how she lives. She's been living like that for a very long time. She has 2 husbands and many boyfriends. And she's happy, bouncy. She's always smiling, by the way. She's never not smiling. Kenya, what is wrong with monogamous relationship today? Dissect it for me.
Absolutely.
Recreate it for me. What is the problem?
The biggest thing that's wrong with monogamous relationships is that nobody is telling us the truth about monogamous relationships. Monogamous relationships start out high with the high level of chemicals in the brain that bond two people. But after you make love for a certain amount of time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, that chemical goes down. It's called dopamine. There's other factors, other chemicals in the brain, and it goes down. So you literally do not have the same feelings that you used to have, and it's chemical. And so nobody told me that when I got married. They did not tell me that that chemical would go down, especially after you have children. You don't want to make love to your partner the same way. That's the first problem with monogamy, is nobody's telling the truth about monogamy. Okay, so we can start there. Does that light up a bell for you? Because you've been married a long time and you know what I'm talking about.
It's not about me. It's not about me.
No, I would love for anyone, even in your audience, tell me, is the sex the same on day 1 as it is on day 10, year 10? No, but nobody tells us that. Disney lies to us. They say, go off in the sunset, live happily ever after. Our parents lied to us. The schools lied to us. And nobody tells us that you may not be attracted to your partner in the same way after 10, 20, 30 years. Nobody says it.
But there are relationships, countless amount of relationships, marriage that lasts many, many years.
Oh my goodness, my parents are married 45 years. My grandparents, both sides, are married 75 years, 60 years. That doesn't mean that they're romantically attracted to each other.
So the cure you saying is to freely allow your spouse to go out there and freely have sex and have relationship, build a community of boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Just go there and have sex to keep that relationship active, keep that relationship vibey.
No. I coach couples who want to do this. The cure is never to go out there and start having sex with other people. That will end your marriage. The cure is to get the tools, to get the understandings of how to have polyamorous relationships, and first heal your marriage, learn the tools, learn to love each other unconditionally, and then make a contract. I make contracts for my couples. They cannot just go out there and sleep with anybody they want. They have to have protocols, understandings, a whole new culture in their relationship in order to do this. If me and my husband were just going to sleep with other people, we would be divorced. We have no understandings, no protocols, no tools, no principles, no agreements, then we're going to divorce. That's called cheating. And it always leads to trouble. So no, that's not the answer to go sleep with other people. The answer is to change your culture, change your mindset, and get the tools to live this way of life if you want to do that.
So a couple that come to you, because you're a professional at this, Kenya is no walk in the park here. I mean, she's been with celebrities all over the place. She's on television. She's world-renowned. She's very popular. A couple come to you, and they have problems in their relationship. Kenya, I have problems with my relationship. I don't see my wife the same way. I don't even want to sleep in the same bed. It irritates me. Everything is just falling apart. Give me some advice. How could I fix this relationship, Kenya? Talk to me.
First thing you do is book a discovery call with Kenya K. Stevens. Follow my Instagram, Progressive Love Academy. Use my links. Book a discovery call to talk to me. The second thing I'll do is analyze your relationship. We start with communication. We have to heal you and your husband. You and your husband are having problems because you have a communication breakdown, a communication failure. So you're disrespectful to him. He is disrespectful to you. So the first thing we have to teach you is how to respect each other through communication. Then you will start having sex with him again. Then you will start to like him again. Then she will start to like you again. Now we can talk about what else you want besides each other. What's missing in your relationship? The attention? Is the sex? Is the some passion? All right, let's go get those things in an organized fashion. I will take you through the 4 steps to polyamory. Step 1 is communication. Step 2 is just friendships.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second. Park it right there. Because I ain't come to you for polygamy. I'm calling it. I'm come to you to fix my relationship. So
yeah.
automatically, you are telling me that in order to fix my relationship, I must become polyamorous.
No. In order to fix your relationship, you have got to stop disrespecting each other. The American relationship, the Western relationship, is a relationship built on people disrespecting each other verbally, shutting down, and then they stop having sex. I can tell you every time how it happens. It's the same every time. They don't know how to listen to each other's emotion. They don't know how to hold space for each other's emotion. Soon as I come to you and tell you my emotion, you take it personal. And then you say, that's not true. Why are you saying that? I'm just saying my emotion. Then you come to me and you tell me your emotion. And I say, that's not true. Why are you saying that? We're taking it personally. And so I teach my couples how to hold space for one another's emotion. That is number one element of intimacy. So I make my couples intimate again. And that's how I start healing my couples.
Okay. All right. Guys, we cannot open the phone lines. I would love to do that, but it's not available on this particular platform where we are. I'm in this particular studio. So if you want to call on the phone, if you want to call, you got to call on the WhatsApp, right? The WhatsApp number I'm going to pin right there is right there, 718-701-5720. You could only call on WhatsApp. I'm sorry, because of the problem I was having earlier. So that's the number that you call. Go ahead, Kenny. You was going to say something?
Yes, somebody in your comments is saying, oh, well, it's just communication. That's pretty normal. No. Communication is not normal, and it never happens in Western culture. When I say communication, I don't mean just telling somebody what you think or really telling them authentically how you feel. That's not communication. We all know English. So we're talking. That doesn't mean we're communicating. Communicating means learning the skills to hold space. And here's the first step. And I'll tell you, the rest, you have to come to my site, uplevel.com. You got to get the system.
Yes.
But if I was your husband, my darling George, if you
was my wife,
if I was your wife,
let me get ready for that one. Kenya. Hold on. Let me stretch for that one. I'm waiting to hear that. Kenya. Go ahead.
If you were my husband and I was your wife, and I was utilizing my up-level system, the first thing is that I can never come to you with a complaint or event without getting consent. I have to ask you, baby, I have a vent. I'm mad as hell. And I have to say, would you be willing to hold space for my vent? That's number one.
So I have to give you permission. I have to authorize.
You have to authorize. If you don't authorize, I cannot vent to you. I cannot come to you and assault and disrespect your ears without asking permission.
No, I'm not applauding.
That's not.
Hold on, wait a minute. You just blew me away.
Okay. So when I say I respect my men, I'm not talking about nothing pie in the sky. I'm saying I created the world's best framework for communication, and it starts with consent. Nor can you, as my husband, come to me with your criticism, complaint, nothing, unless you ask me for consent. If I say no, you have to go talk to somebody else. If you say no, I have to go talk to somebody else about it. You may not want to hear it right there.
But you think when a woman is mad and upset and freaking ready to throw knives, you think she's coming and say, babes, can I ask you your consent to be mad at to vent something that you did? You didn't put on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
That's not practical. Is that really practical?
It's not practical at all. And that's why it takes me weeks to train my women and my couples. But they no longer argue once I train them in up level. I have not argued with my husband in years. There's nothing to argue about.
So there's no argument.
There's absolutely no argument. That is a Western understanding. We have all accepted it. Just like we accepted religion or whatever. We accept that we have to go out and work 8 hours a day and go be a slave. We accept it. But it doesn't have to be. So me and my husband do not argue. We utilize up level and we communicate effectively.
Well, my headphone got so heated, the wire just pulled out of it. So
you're my husband. So let's say I asked you if I could vent and you said yes. Step 2. If
I
you
would
say
never accept you venting. I don't vent at all. I don't like to vent. I don't like the argument.
But do you know why you say that?
Why?
Because it's going to turn into an argument in the old way, not in my system. When you say yes, then I would say, honey, you're doing nothing wrong. This is just my ego speaking. Now, that's called setting up a disclaimer, a container for up level. And then now I'm telling you from the start, you're not wrong. And that this is just my animal, just my ego. Now, how would you feel?
Yeah, listen, this sounds good on paper, right? I mean, this sounds good at the face value, what I'm talking about. Face value sounds good because no man wants argument or likes argument.
Right.
No man likes problems.
No.
I believe men just like it easy. I posted a article on the page. I'll pull it up and see if we could go through it a bit. Men don't like argument.
No, because they're going to lose, first of all. But it's not about losing. Women are more emotional, quote unquote, than men. So we can continue to come out of the box with more and more energy. And you all don't know how to soothe that or stop or fix that or stop that. That's very scary. So I would never approach my men that way. That's how I can have a lot of men, because I don't argue with nobody. Listen to
this, and tell me if there is any truth to any part of this.
Okay.
How to make your husband happy. In your case, how to make your husbands happy. Feed him, sleep with him, leave him in peace. Don't check his phone or his messages. Don't bother him in his moment. Clean up the house, wash the clothes, always pray for him. The end of that. How to make your husband happy.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, because that doesn't say what the man should do.
I'll get into that.
Oh, go ahead.
How to make your wife happy. Friend, companion, lover, brother, father, master, chef, electrician, plumber, mechanic, carpenter, decorator, stylist, saxophonist, gynecologist, physiologist, pest exterminator, organist. I ain't done yet. It keeps going. The list is long. Sorry. A good listener, organizer, a good father, a very clean, sympathetic, athletic, warm, alternative, intelligent, funny, creative, tender, strong, understanding, tolerant, prudent, ambitious, compatible. I could go through the whole hour. Not forgetting, give her companion regular, go shopping with her, be honest, no stress. It's going to take the whole hour. So you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
long
that's
list.
a problem. That's a big problem. And I agree with that sort of skit or analogy, is that we want everything from our men, everything. They cannot provide everything. I cannot provide everything to one man. I can't do it. I'm not every woman. I'm every woman. No, I'm not every woman. I am not every woman. And I cannot provide what she can provide. Go get her to do this. Go get her to do that. I'm not doing that. That's not what we are. I really like my relationships to be snapshots of just a few things that we deliver to each other, not to make them deliver everything, because that's going to kill a man.
Right. Let me go back to some of the comments here. I don't want to miss out on your guys' comments because it's very important, Kenya. People said that, how could you live your life like this and have all these men that you're having sex with? Do you feel like you are being overworked, like you are overworking your own body to please these men that you say you like human? That's your term. You like human. Do you think that you are overdoing it and in fact killing yourself in the process?
No, I'm making myself more alive. Killing myself would be depriving myself of what I really want and actually need. Okay, I don't feel overworked. I always think it's funny when men say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill that cat. I'm gonna kill that PUSSY. I'm gonna kill it." You're not killing nothing. I pushed 3 babies out of here. Okay, your 1-pound penis is not doing anything to my vagina. I have had 3 12-pound babies, and they have come out of my vagina. So this is not something that's real. It is fiction to think that your vagina can be overworked or you could have too much sex. This is fiction. And it's fiction from the Western culture where you have Catholic priests molesting boys, where you have 80% of women molested before the age of 15 in the United States, where you have 80% of women who cannot have an orgasm in the United States, where you have women and men who are getting ill and they don't know how to heal their body. I heal my body through sex. I heal my mind through sensuality. I heal myself through connection. So if you don't have these skills, then maybe you're overdoing it, or I'm not overdoing anything because I know my power. And that's what we teach here at Progressive Love Academy.
Right. Listen, Kenya, every time you blow my mind away, because me taking it from a layman's perspective, right? I personally, I'm looking at it like, I don't know if that could work for me. I can't get there. That consciousness is too much. I can't envision it. But I'm not knocking it. I'm very open.
That's why I come on your show, because you're very open and you're so curious. I just love your questions. And you can ask me anything because I have no shame in my game. I have nothing to hide. My mother knows it. My grandmother knows my lifestyle. My great-grandmother knew it. My grandfathers, my church, my fathers, anything. I'll talk to anybody about this because for me, it's sanity. Mm-hmm. If I get to tell the truth, all you're talking about is the difference between telling a lie and telling the truth. I choose to tell the truth about what I want, what I need, who I want, when I want it, my real desires. I'm not going to sit there and play platitude and placate you and placate your ego just to appease you and keep you as my husband. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say, look, let's do it this way. This the new way. This the way I like. And so you can agree or not. If you agree, you're my man. Let's go. Let's do this. I love you anyway. You're a wonderful person. You're not ready to change. You want to keep doing it the way of the West. That doesn't work for 55% of people married today. If a plane was going to crash 55% of the time, would you take the plane flight?
No, therein lies the problem. I said that the last time on my program. 60 to 70% of the reason why, in fact, 100% of the reason why people end up in divorce is because of marriage. So if you never get married, you will never, ever get divorced. So probably some people just should not get married. They should just continue to date.
Well, less than 45% of eligible adults are married today. So marriage is becoming less and less favorable because people are not having success. I have helped families and will continue to help millions of families upgrade their relationships by being honest and telling the truth and developing tools to communicate and respect each other and going for what they really need instead of faking, hiding, and lying to placate each other's ego. It's not going to work anymore. It's not sustainable. People aren't even getting married anymore.
Yeah. Yvonne Peters is saying that you're a sex addict.
That what?
That you're a sex addict. Like it too much.
Addict. Oh my God, a sex addict. I don't believe in a sex addict. First of all, I need more sex. I don't get enough sex. But sex, sex keeps us healthy. Sex keeps us well. When I have sex, I'm not having sex to have a physical experience. I'm having sex to have a spiritual experience with somebody else, okay? I'm having sex to connect with the divine. And I know they took sex out of religion, and religion says sex is a sin. I understand that that's what you learned, but that's not true. There is great power in you developing your sensuality and your sexuality, even just with yourself. So no, I don't believe in sexual addiction, and I'm not going to have sex with random people. I don't know. I go to a swinging. I don't do this. I have sex with people who I respect and who they respect me. And we're going to go to a spiritual level called Tantra, tantric sex. Tantric, yes.
You started the last time, you started to tell me about tantric sex, of how you sensationalize the mind. And I think it's important. Because you know why?
Why?
I don't get it up. It's been a year and I don't understand it. I don't
Oh,
understand it.
goodness.
To make love to someone's mind, body, and soul without even touching them.
Yeah.
To let them have an orgasm from the tip of the hair to the sole of their feet. Something that's deep.
Yes, it's beautiful. I love tantric sex because it is the sexuality of Africa before we were colonized and made to think that sex is bad and dirty, which is Christian and Catholic. Okay, not to knock anybody who's Christian and Catholic, but indigenous people, even Native Americans, indigenous people all over the world, even Celtic in Ireland, all indigenous people, even in China. This is the way that we kept ourselves healthy through touch, through connection, through opening the heart, opening the root, opening the body. This kept us connected to each other and to the earth. You understand? This kept our bodies pure. And this is tantric sex. So yes, you should learn about it. Google Tantra. My husband can bring me to orgasm without touching me at all. Understand? I can bring myself to my orgasm without touching my genitals. This is about your level of joy, your level of peace, your level of happiness, your level of connection to source. So I love it.
Okay, so tantric sex, put that on your to-do list. Check it out. Kenya, is there anything that you could tell us, like a short something that you could tell us or teach or try or explain to us that could probably fix some of the relationships that's in turmoil right now, relationships that's going through, they feel like they need to do something, like the relationship is boring as hell, it's not working out.
Yes, I definitely understand what you're saying. All I can tell them is to follow me on Instagram, Progressive Love Academy. Come over to progressiveloveacademy.com. Come over to Psalms, our mystery school. Come into our practice and our work. Order my book online, Up Level. Order the 9 expressions of love. You know, order these books, order this information, get into our schools. We've been here 20 years, almost 17 years. We support couples in moving from the bad state of relationships in this country, in the Western world, into a new paradigm. That's what we do. That's what we are experts at. We're the best in the world. Try to learn this new information. You need tools. Nobody know how to be in a relationship with you. Our parents didn't teach us. Our parents gave us a bad example. Schools gave us a bad example. TV gave us a bad example. It's time for us to create a new paradigm in relationships. And that is what I have done and my husband have done, and Progressive Love Academy and Psalms. Get in here. Yeah. That's what I would tell them.
Yeah. Someone said, smart. She said, Junior, some people say that she's a sex addict, but some women are having sex with multiple sex partners and slipping around. What's the difference?
Yeah. The difference
double standard.
Integrity. You have, I mean, that's why I laugh when people say sex addict. Sex is the #1 craving for human beings, sex and acknowledgement. And if we can't embrace ourselves and understand that we are sensual creatures and we need touch, if you don't get touch, you will die. Babies who do not get touched will die. Humans need touch, connection, sex, sensuality. It is how we procreate. If you think sex is bad or dirty, you're going to create illness in your body. You're going to create illness in your relationships. So you got to unlearn Western culture. These persons did not know about science or spirituality.
Yeah. Lacey J is saying the difference is they don't tell anybody. They don't tell nobody. They keep it to themselves. They hide it. Let me tell you, it's very interesting stuff. It's very, very interesting stuff, right? And I promote communication. In a relationship, you need that communication. So that is absolutely necessary. If you never speak to your spouse, you don't know what they like, so what they dislikes. And some women fake the funk. Like, they fake the funk. Do you think that they have an orgasm? They're really not. And it's a false message that some men think that they're doing the best. When done, they're not even scratching the surface. And women are not enjoying the relationship. So listen, I urge everyone to explore new things to boost and better the relationship. That's the best we could do to better the relationship. We at that point in time, Kenya. Is there anything else that we did not touch that you want us to touch on?
No,
really
I
quickly?
just really respect you for being able to even have an opinion here that you may not agree with, but you're so respectful. You're one of the most respectful hosts I have ever, and I've done 500 interviews. I've been on 11 national television shows, and I know what a good interviewer is, and you are that. I really respect your heart and where you come from on this. And I don't mind the comments. They go back and forth. This is okay. I know that I'm planting a seed in so many people. That's why I'm always willing to come on your show, George.
I thank you so much. I thank you so much. And listen, this is what I said. You don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle. You just have to be respectful, right? And I totally respect you and what you're doing. You're happy. You are the happiest woman alive. Always smiling. Always smiling. You know what I mean? I think I know why, but hey.
You know why.
I know why.
I'm happy because I'm free.
Yes, you are very happy. If nothing else, you are a happy woman, right? And I appreciate you chatting with me on this topic right here. As you said, a lot of people might learn about ways that they could fix their relationship. Again, we're not telling people to go out there and have multiple relationship and have multiple sex partners and have unprotected sex. This is not the takeaway for the show today. The takeaway, I believe, is to live your life. You live your truth, communication, know what you want, know what your partner wants, understand that person, live your life.
Yes. Somebody's so funny in your comments. They say she has no shame. And that's exactly the healing balm that I've used. We have 5 rules in my relationship. No shame and no blame. No victims and no villains. No cop-outs and no dropouts. The purpose is growth. The benefit is love. And I create my life. I can create my life however I want because I am in charge of my life. And so, you know, the number one thing for me is to make myself happy so I can be happy for my children, for my husbands, and for other people who I serve, which is in thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. Please do follow me on Progressive Love Academy on Instagram. This is great.
Tell him again. I want people to check it out. Yeah. Give them the information where they could check you out on Instagram.
Progressive Love Academy. Progressive Love Academy on Instagram. I would love to see some of y'all over there.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out, Kenya. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And say hi to your husbands for me.
Next time, let's have them on here. Let's have all 3 of us.
That would be great. I'm open.
A lot of their comments, they wanted to talk to my husbands, and they're not here right now, but they're very busy. They work, they travel, but let's do it. Let's plan a day.
Absolutely. And I saw someone was asking also, do the husbands sleep with each other? As you said, they're not homosexuals.
No.
They're very straight. They have their own separate rooms.
Right.
And that's how they live.
Yep.
Thank you.
And they're very good friends.
And they're very good friends.
Yes.
Thank you. Progressive Love Academy. Check them out on Instagram. Kenya K. Stevens. I like talking with Kenya. I love her spirit. I love her vibe. Now, a lot of people, you know, I get this all the time. I get the knocking all the time. Why the hell did I take the whole day to talk to someone on a topic like this? Someone said, there are other things happening in this world. There are a number of things happening in this world. And we understand that. And we cover everything. So because we may not cover something that you totally agree with, it doesn't make us less aware. And this is exactly what I say from the beginning. You're not going to agree with everything that someone believes in. Heck, I don't agree with every guest that we bring on the program, right? But I am open to learn, understand. Everyone have a story to tell, and that is the important fact. Because you don't agree with a person, that don't mean you need to disrespect them, right? And that kind of consciousness is what I think is mostly important. Because you don't share the same ideas or ideals with someone, that doesn't mean that you have to disrespect them. I like oil down, you don't like oil down. How you gonna disrespect me and tell me I shouldn't like oil down? That's my decision. That's what I want to eat. And that is the important fact. That's why we say everyone have a story to tell. Yeah, everyone. Natasha, funny Natasha. We need to come to that consciousness, guys. Seriously, really, seriously. Where we respect people, difference of opinion and lifestyle. We cannot change the world and think that everyone should be on that same path. Just imagine if everybody think like me, or if everybody think like you. The world would be such a boring place. Such a boring place. Would you agree? I agree. Let me give you guys some quick information. Earlier this week, we posted up a flyer on this. I don't know if you guys see it. But for independent
and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
To regulations pertaining to physical development in the
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with ride excursions and tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
Website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort.
Ride along live worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people, we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride is sheer delight. making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright, tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight, every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas, love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease.